Welcome to Module 3, Mastering UGC. In this section, we're going to dive into everything that has to do with your UGC content creation. So let's dive into it. Creator Hive, Module 3, Mastering UGC. What are we going to learn in this section? Firstly, why are brands wanting UGC so badly? Getting picked for UGC deals, structuring high impact UGC that converts, good versus bad UGC, the full outreach strategy for you to land your first UGC clients, the pricing of how you can price effectively your UGC campaigns, and at the end, a bonus of an outreach list that you guys can use to target these brands. And with 30 minutes a day, you'll be able to get some brand deals. Section 1, why brands want UGC. So we all know the creator economy right now is booming. And we want content from real users that are used by brands for advertising purposes on platforms like TikTok, Meta, or YouTube. UGC is driving a shift in how brands approach marketing. They focus on authenticity. 70% of consumers trust UGC over traditional ads because it's relatable and real. UGC often outperforms traditional imagery, influencer-led content because it speaks directly to the consumer experience. UGC is significantly cheaper for brands to make than hiring professional videographers or even hiring high-paying influencers. UGC is highly versatile and it can be used on paid ads, on organic posts, on product pages, and email marketing campaigns. So these are just some of the points why UGC is going to keep on increasing over the next couple of years. Section 2, getting picked for UGC deals. You are in competition with all the other UGC creators out there, and you need a way to stand out. So what can you do about this? Firstly, a simple portfolio matters. Think of your portfolio as a personal marketing tool. It's the first impression of what the brand sees and what your capabilities are. A strong portfolio that is simple and concise with good information shows your skills, but also communicates to the brand your professionalism, reliability, and making brands more keen to choose you. Now, what do you include in a high-performing UGC portfolio? These are just some of the points, and we'll dive into examples. Showcase a versatility of content styles, whether it's face-to-camera, product demos, trend-based content, lifestyle shots, whatever it might be. Show a high range of different types of content styles. Highlight various niches that you worked in. Beauty, fitness, food, fashion, whatever it is, highlight it. But do not put anything that is not related to direct-to-consumer brands. Unless you are targeting travel companies or physical stores, you could include it. But if you're only targeting e-com stores, do not put these types of content. Highlight metrics, something that is very overlooked from a lot of the creators. Highlight the metrics that helped you and helped the brand make better content, whether this is hook rates, CPAs, video holds, CTRs, or cost per acquisition. You will need to get these metrics directly from the brand itself, but this makes you extremely valuable because you have data that backs up your content. Keep it concise and don't make it too cluttered. A cluttered portfolio can overwhelm brands and only include about 8 to 10 pieces of content. Leverage your unique strengths. So identify what strengths that you have that sets you apart. Are you naturally funny? If so, include humor skits. Are you great at visuals? If so, include cinematic shots or get ready with me fashion content. Brands aren't looking for cookie cutter creators. So lean into what makes you different and include that into your portfolio. Be relatable. Brands want content that connects with their target audience. So show how you can represent their customers authentically. Focus on quality over quantity in your portfolio. A smaller portfolio of high quality visuals and content is better than a bunch of videos scattered all around a Canva template. In the community, we had a full 1-hour call of breaking down UGC portfolios. We broke down a total of 6, and out of the 6, there was only 1 that stood out, and that was a very good portfolio. I included the link here for you guys to check out that video, but let's dive into that one portfolio that was very well done. So, an example of a high-performing portfolio. This creator, Varia, from our community, had a very concise and clear portfolio. At the beginning, a simple About Me section without making it overwhelming or saying your whole life story. For example, she's the founder of a creative business called Erev Allah, based in Toronto, a Gen Z with prior in marketing and social media management, experience, and proficient in D2C marketing strategies. That's it. A lot of the other portfolios had a huge About Me section, and in the reality of things, brands don't care. They want to see what you can do for them. Then, clear outline of UGC examples with different titles as industry or products that you're creating content for. For example, in this one, lifestyle for a tech company, a tutorial and a product demo, food and beverage for social proof and a street interview, and then another lifestyle and tech example for Amazon, which was educational content. Remember to include your social links and your email for a quick call to action. So you can see she has her email, she has all her socials, and they are directly linked to that platform or that email. Case studies that outline what you did for the brand, who you worked with, and the results you got them. We're going to dive into the section in just a minute. The next one is social proof. So social proof by adding testimonials or brand logos that you already did work for. And at the end of your portfolio, you're going to end with another call to action, whether it's social media links or an email content button. And the point of this is to make it effortless for brands to reach out and to contact you. If I want to contact this creator, I could click directly on that link and it'll bring me to the mail app on my Mac and I could send an email. Now you can see that she has the social proof all around here with the brands that she worked with. She has client testimonials, and then she has a very short and concise of what services she offers. At the end of it, she also has Let's Work Together with her social links. On the right, you can see that right under her videos, she put in a case study. And this case study is not extensive, but she outlined why she did a street interview for that particular brand and what it could do for them. Now, let's go into an example of a bad portfolio. So a bad portfolio would look something like this. Very cluttered and poorly structured. So it's all over the place. There's a bunch of writings. There's a huge why UGC. There's a huge about me. Those are things that you should not include, especially why UGC. Brands already know that they need UGC, so you don't have to actually explain to them why they need UGC. Adding too much about me, adding why UGC, adding a bunch of different videos that maybe do not fit what you're outreaching for, and a bunch of lifestyle pictures that look cool and look very appealing, but this is good for a Pinterest board, not a portfolio. Next, I created a checklist for you guys so you guys can see what to include in your portfolio. Firstly, you have a mix of content. For example, like we said, face to cameras, product demos. If your thing is street interview, make sure you add those. Does your portfolio highlight your unique strength, your humor? Are you someone that is visually pleasing, like Get Ready With Me style? Whatever makes you unique, add it to your portfolio. Have you included metrics or brand testimonials to showcase your impact? For the metrics part, you are going to need to ask the brand, but if you could even get a short one-liner from a brand as a testimonial, you could include that. Is your layout clean, concise, and easy to navigate? Like we saw in this example, it's huge, very messy, and I don't know where to look. But in this example, we know exactly where to look for. We know the social links. We know what the brands she has worked with, and we know her examples. Have you also updated your portfolio with your most recent work? This is something that creators forget. They do it once with the content that they have, and they go months without updating it. So make sure it's updated and your portfolio has the most recent work. So take the next 30 minutes, audit your portfolio, and identify gaps and updates that you can do to your portfolio to make sure it stands out. As always, you could send it to us for us to review, and we'll give you a full breakdown of what you should remove or add into your portfolio. Section 3, UGC Blueprint for Success. What are the key components that make a high impact UGC video? There's a few main ones. The first one is the hook, the most important, which is about the first 3 seconds of your video. So the first 3 seconds, as I always say, are absolutely crucial to grab attention. This is your chance to make the viewer stop scrolling and interrupt them. You could use curiosity, excitement, controversy, reverse psychology, or eye-catching visuals. Some examples of this that we will refer to in the hook template that you guys had in the previous module. For some quick examples, stuff like struggling with insert problem, watch until the end, I have a secret. Or you won't believe what this product did for my skin. Or warning, do not use this product if you want clear skin. That's sort of a reverse psychology. Number 2 is the build-up. This is about 5 to 10 seconds, and it addresses the viewer's problems and their desire to create a connection. So you don't need to mention here the solution, just hone in on the actual problem of what the product is about. So for some examples of this is, I was tired of my hair looking dull every day. Or here's what my morning used to look like before I found and insert the product. Number 3 is the solution. So after the build-up comes the solution. It's about 10 to 20 seconds of the video, and it demonstrates how the product works and solves the specific problem or pain point that you mentioned in the build-up. So for examples, apply a skincare product with visible results, or show a side-by-side comparison of your before and after using that product. Make sure you keep it natural. You show how the product fits in their daily lives. And this is where you're going to show the features and the benefits of the product, or the USPs, the unique selling propositions of that product that you're promoting. And an impactful video would not be complete without a call to action. This is about 5 seconds long, and it directs the viewers to the next step. Most creators overlook this section, but the viewers need to be told what to do. Whether this is to a special offer, a discount, or just purchasing the product from the product page, from TikTok shop, whatever it might be, you have to tell them what to do. For examples, click the link in my bio to try it for yourself. Don't wait, stock is low, go shop now on their website. And you're going to incorporate some urgency and scarcity in your call to action to make it more bold and actionable for the viewer to actually click through the video and order the product. Section 4. Let's go see some good versus some bad UGC examples. So firstly, what makes a good UGC? Professional quality without feeling overproduced is what UGC is all about. A well-lit video shot in natural light or with a ring light make it look polished and authentic. Your piece of content should have a clear message, highlighting the product benefits in a simple way and relating it to the language that your audience uses. You're going to stick to one main concept per video or angle, and to avoid confusing the audience, this is why you are going to keep a clear message with a concise way of delivering that message. Thirdly, a relatable tone. So speaking as if you are recommending the product to a friend on FaceTime, you can use the Oliver example, and you can use language that feels natural and conversational. Number 4, proper branding. Aligning with the brand's colors, values, and vibes will help make the video more aesthetically pleasing. So for example, for a fun brand, be energetic. For a luxury brand, you're going to maintain a more calm and polished tone. And lastly, storytelling. Creating a mini story that demonstrates the product solving a problem or fitting seamlessly into your daily life. Bad UGC. What brands want to avoid? Poor lighting and audio quality, videos that are too dark like we showed in the previous module, a distracting background noise. Viewers associate low quality videos with unprofessionalism. Secondly, off-brand tone, using humor for a luxury brand or being overly serious for a casual brand. Research the brand before creating the content, as it needs to align with the audience that you're selling to. Thirdly, an unclear messaging approach. If the brand's benefits are not highlighted and it leaves the audience confused or unsure what the product actually does or what it solves for them, then it creates a very bad piece of content. Every piece of UGC should answer the specific question of why should the viewer care? And lastly, a cluttered background. Shooting in messy or distracting environments that doesn't reflect the brand or what the product actually does. So if you are doing a skincare brand, for example, and you are filming that skincare product with a bunch of different brands around it, then that is a messy and a cluttered background. These are things that you want to avoid when thinking about your UGC concepts. So a bad UGC example. Like you could see, this creator was promoting this shampoo product, but it makes it extremely unappealing when she has 18 different bottles in the back, a bunch of wires, a shaver, a computer, a textbook. It makes it super unappealing, and it makes me want to just scroll through. I would not even stop if I would see this as a hook. Now, you can see that the shelf, visibly messy, random products. So if you are promoting someone's product, no brand would want for you to showcase all the different products that you may have. There's a lot of distracting elements. The laptop screen on the side, if you watch this video, I will link it in the resource section. But if you watch this video, the screen displays unrelated content, a huge Pinterest wall of a bunch of different collages. It makes it extremely distracting. You could also see that the lighting is not that good, so it makes the product go into the background and not stand out in the front. Another example of a bad UGC would be this one. So you can see she's shaking the protein. So you can see she picks up the protein, she shakes it, and she puts it back down. But again, cluttered background, distracting elements from all these different stickers. She has a Santa sticker, a text overlay. Obviously, this UGC is in Spanish, but that shouldn't matter. There's also poor framing. The product isn't center or well framed in the shot. So proper framing makes sure that the product is displayed well and it's easy for the viewer to look at the product in a visually appealing way. Thirdly, unsteady hand movement, the inconsistent movement from the product that make the content seem rushed and unpolished. It seemed that this creator just whipped out her phone, filmed a simple UGC video, and posted it. And yet again, a low video quality. You can see that the product doesn't stand out, and that's because of the lighting. So make sure that you have clear, high definition videos that showcase their product in the best light possible. Now, an example of a good UGC. So let's break down some successful hooks and why they worked. So I'm going to play it and we're going to look at it.
This is how you can gem-proof your phone. My bounce case from Casetify has saved my phone more times than I can count from all of the drops during my workout. It's made from this material that actually absorbs any shocks, which is awesome because I tend to kind of let it drop a lot at the gym, like a lot. It also looks pretty cool, and honestly, it's worth it for keeping my phone safe. I say.
So you can see that immediately there's an attention grabber. There's a pattern interrupt because he's throwing his iPhone on the ground, right? Each frame, you can see that there's either him standing up, doing a workout, and dropping his phone. Every 2 seconds, the frame switches. And the attention grabber visual in this hook makes the viewer stop and say, wait, why is he throwing his phone on the floor? How is this gym proof? How can your phone be gym proof? So it makes the viewer ask a lot of questions about this content. Another great UGC example, we're going to take a look at it and then we're going to break it down.
If you're too scared of painful lip injections, I got you. Let's face it, there are some brats looking girls out there that have these just kissable lips, and well, I wanted them too. I saw that Maylee's dropped their too pouty lip plumping mask, and it was my perfect solution to get my lip filler dream without spending thousands. It's super easy to use, and yes, it actually visibly plumps the lips, giving that awesome lip look, but it also smooths the lip area and reduces the look of fine lines. Besides, they have a try before you buy offer. If you don't love it, you can just send it back. So what are you waiting for? Get those dream lips at Maylee's.
So a great video, a great hook, and I'm just going to go back to the hook. So why was this hook so successful? It starts with, firstly, if you're too scared of painful lip injections, I got you. And you can see that she's in a green screen, and obviously in the back, there's a huge needle going into the lips. That was something that grabs the attention. A lot of girls want lip injections, but most of them, you can say, are scared from needles. The second frame goes into her putting her lips into a water bottle or a juice bottle to make it seem like she's trying to get those puffy lips from an at-home remedy. So all these are different types of frames and different types of cuts that you can do in your UGC content to make sure it's fast-paced, that it's eye-catching, and it's visually pleasing. As well, you can see that throughout the video, there's a solution to the problem that was initially proposed at the beginning, and that solution was Miley's Cosmetics. So let's look at another example, and we're going to break down the hook and a bit of the video. So let's watch it.
Dude, what are you doing? Trying to create a new hole in the ozone layer? No, man, I'm just trying to smell good for the ladies tonight. I've got no clue on cologne, and I don't want to drop a fortune on something I might hate. There's a better way, my friend. Ever heard of Scentbird? Think of it like you're...
So let's break down the hook. Right away in the hook, we can see that he's spraying Febreze all over him, all over the room. And this is obviously an attention grabber. It makes the viewer stop and say, why is he spraying inside his bathroom a bunch of Febreze and on top of him? The scene right away cuts to him speaking to himself, but in a skit format. So we can see that he included humor and made a skit for this UGC example. Another great tip about this video is that it was very relatable. A lot of us have the insecurity of wanting to smell good for a first date, and our quick fix is maybe to spray a bunch of cologne, and then he actually introduces the product. So let's see when he actually introduces the product.
It's less than the cost of a usual night out. Wait, so I can switch up my scents without the fancy price tag? 100%. And if you're not feeling it, just move on to the next. They've got a lineup of over 700 scents. It's like speed dating for your nose. Yeah, I actually smell like I got my life together. And look.
So we can see that he introduces the product, he introduces the solution to the actual problem from the hook and from the build-up. This was also a great type of UGC and a great content style of including humor and skits in your UGC content. Section 5, outreaching strategy for UGC deals. In this section, we're going to dive into how you guys could do outreach to find brand deals and to get your first paying client. Now, why does outreach matter? A lot of creators just wait for brands to come reach out to them through email or Instagram. But if you want to fast track your success, you need to actually outreach. Outreach is the bridge between you and your potential clients that you can work with. Consistent outreach means that you're always top of mind of a lot of these different brands. So when they're actively seeking for creators, then you're top of mind and they're most likely to work with you. Think of it as planting a seed, and some may grow and some are just going to flop. But this will definitely fast track your success for you to get paid and to land your first UGC deal. There are a few ways that you can outreach. Firstly, you can use social media platforms. TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter are all great platforms to start with. But let's dive into Twitter. Twitter is a great platform because it is search-based. For example, on the search bar, you can type in UGC opportunities. And then you will see there's a lot of different opportunities from brands or agencies looking for UGC creators. For example, UGC opportunities, the first one is we're looking for content creators to make content for our beauty and female care brand. Long-term contract. So what you can do is send in your portfolio link in here. You can see that there's already a lot of comments, but it's a way for you to actually get your foot in the door. Secondly, is you go to the search bar on X and you write in portfolio. And what this is going to do, it's going to show you all the different comments of people saying, hey, I'd love to be considered for this job. Here is a take a look at my portfolio. So that's another way of finding UGC opportunities. You will find in the comment section that these portfolios are all UGC creators sending portfolios for brand collabs. Another great one is UGC jobs. That's another way of looking for brands and agencies that are looking for creators. All three of these are on Twitter and it's a search-based intent. So people are actually looking for UGC opportunities as they post it. The next one is Instagram. Instagram is a great way to discover brands, but the only difference that you need is here you're going to actually have to target and outreach to the brand directly. Now, as an example, I wrote Peach and Lily in the Instagram search bar. I clicked on their profile and then I clicked on suggested accounts. Once you click on suggested accounts, you're going to have an endless amount of brands that are related to Peach and Lily or that niche. So for example, Feka, DHC USA, Phytho Paris, Heron Tools, and the list goes on. And this is a great way for you to compile your first list of brands, or if you don't know who to outreach for, you can look at different types of suggested accounts under your favorite brands. Once you do find a brand, what you're going to do is you're going to check on Facebook ads library if they're actually running ads, investing marketing dollars, and what type of content are they actually running. So for you to do this, you're going to click on this link, facebook.com/ads/library, and we're going to go into an example together. As you can see, I'm on the Facebook ad library. You're going to click all countries, all ads, and you're going to write peach and lily, for example. Now you can see they have 60 results, so 60 different ads. You can see that the first row is all static images. But once we get into the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh row even, it is all UGC creators, and you know that they're actively spending marketing dollars on these types of creators and this type of content. If you also want to take a look at what type of content they're running, you can just click play on any video.
Come on in, class is in session, and today we're going to talk about what these one.
So my BFF's birthday is coming up. Please don't say BFF.
You see, so a bunch of UGC videos, and this actually makes sure that the brand is investing dollars into UGC creators. Now for the outreach, there are two ways to do it: the targeted method versus the volume play. Let's start with the targeted method. You will be using a variety of softwares and automations for this method, but we will go into it together. To find the emails of certain brands or certain people that are working in those brands, you are going to use free tools like Hunter.io, Snov.io, Find That Email, Lucia, and RocketReach. Now, all these are paid softwares, but they all have a free component. And for the amount of brands that we're going to outreach to, we don't need that many emails. So before you start, you're going to compile a list of 10 specific brands that you really want to work with. Think of these as your dream clients, and you're going to work on them for the next month. So we will build the list together, and I'll show you guys what to do. Now, the targeting method is your dream list, and it allows you to hone in into the brands that you really want to work with and target specific people in that company with their full-time position. So for example, if we have someone at the company that is creators manager or brand relationship manager, marketing director, these are all good full-time positions of people in that brand always looking for partnerships. So you can hit the decision makers directly from different platforms on Instagram, on email, on LinkedIn. So this message allows you to be different. And you could also do something that a lot of creators don't do, is actually order the product on Amazon, shoot content, and send them to them on our email flows or LinkedIn messages. So let's say I compile a list of 10 dream clients. We have our example here, Peach and Lily. So we have Peach and Lily opened, and we are also going to open LinkedIn, and we're going to open Hunter.io. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Peach and Lily LinkedIn profile, so their actual company page. We're going to click on people. Now we're going to look for the employees in that company that are directly correlated to marketing, social media strategists, or brand partnerships. Now we can see Eleanor, Hannah, Taylor, and Jade are all in the marketing position. So what we can do is take, for example, the name of one of these people. So we're going to take Jade McLean. We're going to go into Hunter.io, and on the left-hand side, we're going to click on Finder. We're going to click the Find Email by Name. We're going to put in her phone name, and we are also going to put the company domain, which is peachandlily.com. You'll select it, and we're going to see if an email is available. As you can see, an email is not available for that person. So we're going to have to find someone else. For example, Brianna. We could see that also not available. So what we're going to have to do is find someone that has their email linked to Hunter.io. We're going to test one more person, Taylor Streckle. And as you can see, Taylor comes up. So Obviously, not everyone's email is going to be there, but you can find different types of people, and that's why you need to build a list of a bunch of different people that you can target. So we're going to copy her email, and we are going to put it under Peach and Lily, email Taylor, her first name Taylor, her last name Streckle, her full name, and the website. Right? So now we have 2 people from the Peach and Lily company. Now what you want to do is compile a list of 10 different brands, and in each brand, maybe find 2 or 3 people that you want to target. Once you have your list compiled, what we're going to do is we're going to use the first email script that we are going to provide you, the person email address strategy, which is basically the email address of that specific person that works at the company. So we can be a lot more specific. These are just email templates that you guys can use. Feel free to customize it and to add your own personalization, but we've seen that these templates have a high conversion rate. For example, email 1, hi first name, I realized that company name is running ads on Meta, but only 3 out of the 10 ad creatives are implementing UGC. So for example, this is why we actually go into the ad library and check for the ads that are running. In this case, they have 60 ads and all running UGC. We can say something like, I realized that Peach and Lily is running a lot of UGC ads on Meta. I'm Julie, a content creator who specializes in creating UGC ad content in order for Peach and Lily to see a high return on investment on their marketing dollars. I'd like to share some ideas. Would you be opposed to have a conversation? Thanks. And that will be email number 1. You can use your personal Gmails for this. There's no problem. Now, there are 2 scenarios. If they don't answer, 1 day later, you're going to follow up with a very simple message. Hi, did you get a chance to see my last email? That is it. If there's no response after 1 day again, you're going to follow up with, hi, I was thinking of creating some free content for Peach and Lily in order to build a relationship. Can I assume you're not interested? Now, out of these 3 follow-ups, most likely you're going to get an answer. Now, if the company answers you within the first email, they're probably going to ask something along the lines of, hey, I'm interested, tell me more, give me more information. And what you want to do, and right away, you want to direct them to a calendar link. So you would want to book a time with them to be able to speak about the content campaign that they're looking for. Next up is the volume play. Again, you will be using a variety of softwares and automations for this method, but we will dive into it together. Firstly, you will need to buy a domain to send out emails. As we're going to send out a lot of emails, you cannot do this from your personal Gmail address. So you're going to use websites like Namecheap, Squarespace, or GoDaddy to actually buy a domain. Once you have bought that domain, we're going to use a mass automating email software called Instantly.ai. Instantly is the best one out there, so we highly recommend it. There is a free plan, but most plans start at $29 per month. You're then going to create a list of 100 different brands that you want to outreach to. You're going to use our scripted templates if you don't actually have the email addresses of the person. And this way, there's going to be more volume, more outreach is going to be done, but you're going to have less personalization in each email. This is a great way for you to start building momentum, for you to hit a lot of different brands and to land your first UGC deal. Let's go into what the volume play consists of. As you can see, I have over 100 different contacts from different companies inside this Excel sheet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press File, Download as CSV. That's the first thing that you need before doing anything. You need your list. Secondly, before I get going, I'm going to need to set up a domain so that I don't use my personal email address. You can use things like yourfullname.com, which is usually available. And if it's not, you can write, for example, simonugc.com. You're going to add to cart, you're going to buy it, and then you're going to get instructions of how to actually finalize the domain. It's a very simple process. If there's any questions that you guys may have, just message us in the school community. But the info that they are going to ask is just your first name, last name, another email address as a recovery, and your full address, phone number. That is all. Once you have your domain, it is purchased and active. You're going to type it into Google, how to connect Namecheap to Google. you're going to click on the second link, which is Google Help. This will activate that domain with Gmail. There's a great article here for you guys to go with, but the only thing that you guys need to do is click on Open the Setup tool. Once that is done, you're going to see another page and you're going to be able to type in the email address or the domain that you just bought. You're just going to press continue, type in that domain, and you will have simple instructions of how to actually activate Gmail for that specific domain. Our domain's now active and we are ready to start sending emails. We're going to sign up to instantly, first name, last name, and email password. That's all you need to sign up. On the left-hand side, you're going to click email accounts. You're going to press add new. Obviously, you guys will not have all these different domains here. For you guys, it's going to be empty. Add new, and you're going to click on connect existing accounts. You're going to select Gmail G Suite, and it will be redirected to the login page of Gmail. Once that is done, our domain is connected. We're going to go in the campaigns tab. Under the campaigns tab, we're going to click add new, and we're going to give our campaign a name, 100 brands test. We're going to press continue, and we are now going to add our leads or the Excel sheet that we downloaded previously. Once it's uploaded, we're going to match the fields so that we can do personalizations in our emails. Column name email, select type email. First name, last name, full name and brand name do not import, website. We're going to press upload all. Once it's uploaded, we are now to the template and script section. So our subject line will be quick question. You could also test different subject lines as you wish, like UGC opportunity. Once it's there, we're going to go back to our email scripts, and depending if you have personal email addresses that you found with hunter.com or general email addresses. General email addresses are stuff like info, contact, support at brandname.com. In this case, let's say we have the general email address. What we are going to do is just copy script number 1 and press paste in the actual section. Now, what we want to do is add the person's name so that it actually targets that specific person. We're going to create a space. We're going to click on variables and we're going to select first name. This will just take the first name from our Excel. So this is why it's very important for you to actually organize this well. So that, for example, the P. Scott email address will say, hi, Peter. Then we will add another step, which is in one day, if there's no response, send email template number 2. And we are going to do the same thing. We're going to select email number 2, which is, hi, did you get a chance to see my last email? Yet again, we can add the variable so that it's personalized. So hi, first name, did you get a chance to see my last email? And then we could add a final step one day later of the third email, which is, hey, I was thinking of creating some free UGC content. And yet again, we could add the variable to make it personalized. Now, once all this is done, press save. We're then going to go into the schedule tab. The schedule tab differs from region to region, but what we'd like to do is use 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time from Mondays to Friday. We'll press save. We'll go into the options tab. Now we're going to select the email address that we inputted. Now you guys will not have all this, but you guys will have your own email address right here. You're going to select it. Under stop sending emails on reply enabled, open tracking disabled, and daily limit, you're going to set it to 15. Once that is all done, you're going to press launch. And there you have it. That is the volume play for you to send a lot of different emails to different brands for you to get your first UGC deal. Now, how do you stay organized while you're doing your outreach? So we designed this Notion template mostly for the targeted method so that you can stay organized and you can see where the brand is in your specific pipeline. On this Notion, you will have stuff like the monthly income tracker of how much income you are generating, the workflow of the brand database, outreach, which is people that you need to outreach to, email sent, so you sent already emails to that person, if there's any proposals that you need to complete for that specific client, If you're in the negotiation phase, discussing terms, discussing payment, we'll go in the negotiation column. And then closed win or closed lost. If you close them and they became a client, it's in the green. If it's lost, it's in the gray. This will help you stay organized and never miss also a follow-up. You'll visualize your progress toward your monthly revenue goal, and then you'll simplify your workflow so you can focus on creating content and securing those deals. Optimizing your social profiles. The last part in this section is to create a good-looking UGC Instagram or TikTok profile. Your social profiles are a living portfolio, so optimize them to attract brands over the long run and showcase your work, and you could increase the chances of securing inbound UGC deals. Now, what do we suggest for this? The first pin post that you have on your profile should showcase your journey as your creator, why you started, what you're passionate in, and your goals. And then you'll pin that post as the first thing that brands see when they actually look at your profile. A lot of brands actually go to Instagram and TikTok to see what type of content creator you are and if you are active. So it's important that you keep your social profiles up to date with your most recent work. So regularly upload every piece of UGC content that you create, and this builds your momentum on Instagram as well and builds your organic reach. Keep your DMs open for inbound deals and add a clear email in your bio. Make sure that brands can easily contact you. If you want, you could also include a link in bio of your portfolio. So a great example of this is UGC Elena. You can see that she has a very clean design for her reels, a lot of different UGC examples, and she also has, in this case, a link in bio of Stan Store, but you can put your portfolio. And if you would see this profile on mobile, you'll be able to see that she has a contact button, which is the email. Section 6, pricing your UGC. So factors to consider when you're pricing your UGC. Firstly, time invested. How much time will it take you to script, film, edit, and finalize all the content? How high of a quality do you need for visuals and for editing? And if you do need a high quality because the brand demands it, you can justify a premium pricing. Next, brand size and usage rights. Consider how widely your content will be used. Only on ads, on social media platforms, on TikTok organic, whatever it might be, price accordingly. And then if perpetual rights are requested, you can decide if you want to give them perpetuity rights or price it accordingly. Over the last 5 years, we saw a lot of different pricing, and we came up with one that is very fair as a beginner. One video, one concept starting at $150, 3 videos, 3 concepts or angles starting at $400, and 5 videos, 5 angles starting at $625. We suggest that you always offer the raw files and usage rights in perpetuity. This makes you stand out and makes it more valuable for the brand to pick you. Some different add-ons that you can have are multiple locations. If you need to go to a restaurant or different locations, you can charge accordingly. If you need to buy props as well. And if you need to involve a friend, a partner, or kids, you can charge accordingly as well. If the brand wants more hooks or more call to actions, you can charge $50 per hook or $25 per call to action. And as promised, the bonus in the classroom section under the resource tab, you will have a list of different types of e-com brands that you could already outreach to with their first name, their last name, their email address, and the brand that you can outreach to. So we're going to provide this in a bunch of different niches. So use it accordingly and start outreaching to these brands. I want to leave you with momentum starts with belief and is built with consistent action. So take the time to reflect on what you've learned in this module and come prepared with the same energy for the next module. Your Module 3 checklist will be understanding why brands want UGC, evaluate your portfolio, build or refine your portfolio with diverse examples of your UGC work, highlight clear metrics, and ensure your portfolio shows versatility in your content. Number 3, craft professional content. Set up your filming environment, focus on high quality visuals, and ensure the proper lighting and angles. Use a tripod or lighting gear if you don't have, and declutter your filming space. Number 4, master the video structure. We spoke about the hook, the build-up, the solution, and the call to action. So in here, practice makes perfect. So practice crafting your hooks, making better storylines, and perfecting your overall video. Number 5, good versus bad UGC. Go review this section and understand why a UGC was bad or why was it good. And write down what you can improve from your own UGC content. Number 6, develop a consistent outreach strategy. You now have all the tools to actually outreach to brands in a very clear, targeted, and volume play method. So lay out all the brands that you want to work with, use the Excels at your disposal, and start outreaching. Number 7, create your pricing list for your UGC content. Define what your pricing tiers are, your add-ons, and if you'll give rights in perpetuity. So write down your final pricing structure, and that will be used when you're going to speak to brands. And number 8, make sure you optimize your social profiles. Update your Instagram, your TikTok to attract brands, create that pinned post on your story, showcase your best work, and make sure you have a good call to action in your bio. Number 9, commit to consistency. Set aside time each day for your UGC creation and outreach, about 1 hour per day. Send at least 20 outreach messages per day, whether it's emails or DMs, but make sure 20 is your minimum. And I promise you, over the long run, with these 20s compounded every single day, within few weeks, you will be able to land your first UGC client. And number 10, take advantage of the list and the scripts that we give you to refine it, to personalize it to your own liking, and to send out these messages. Now go ahead, send out these messages, and I'll see you guys on Module 4.